Roseanne, an American sitcom that revolved around the fictional family of comedian Roseanne Barr, was a huge hit in the late 1980s. In fact, the show occupied the #1 spot on the Nielsen ratings between 1989 and, as if that wasn't enough, Arnold's wife went one step ahead and called Julia a bitch on Letterman's show. That was truly uncalled for. The story goes that Garlington was written out because NBC executives wanted a stronger female lead and Garlington didn't fit the criteria. Only David and Garlington can tell the truth. Please like and subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to get notified of all our latest videos. And Heidi Swedberg was killed because she was impossible to work with. Talking of people who lost their jobs because they acted too smart, Heidi Swedberg, who played the role of George Costanza's fiancée Susan, was killed off because she was impossible to work with. Jason Alexander almost found it impossible to match his humor with Susan's. Moreover, she found it quite difficult to work with him, but he restricted himself from drawing any conclusions. However, when Seinfeld and Julia experienced the same thing, they decided to go to Larry David. It was Julia who said that she disliked Susan so much she just wanted to kill her, and Larry liked the idea so much he did. Alexander later apologized to Swedberg, but what's done is done. Both Julia and Alexander were threatened by each other. We've all heard that actors are insecure people. Turns out this was true of both Jason Alexander and Julia Louis-Dreyfus. When the role of Julia Louis-Dreyfus was introduced, Alexander was worried that a lead actress making way into the plot would lead to his having fewer lines and on-screen time. He often complained about how he wasn't getting as much on-screen time as other actors. In fact, during season 3, Jason Alexander even threatened to walk off the show. The cast was doing a table read, and Alexander's character, George Costanza, didn't have a single line. This upset Alexander so much, he told David he would walk out if this happened again. On the other hand, Julia Louis-Dreyfus was always worried about the male actors on the show getting better jokes and more on-screen time. Funny, isn't it? The entire cast was threatened by Kramer's popularity. It didn't take long for Michael Richards, who played Kramer, to become the audience's favorite. Michael's portrayal of Kramer was unique, funny, and spot on. So every time Michael entered on stage as Kramer, the audience would cheer incessantly. This eventually led to the other stars feeling insecure. As a matter of fact, the other cast members were so threatened by Kramer's popularity that the show's producers had to request the audience not clap every time Kramer entered the stage. Everyone was scared of the actor who played Elaine's dad. Lawrence Tierney, who played Elaine Bennis's dad, was actually pretty scary in real life. Cast members revealed that Tierney always carried a butcher knife with him everywhere he went. This often disturbed other cast members. Jerry Seinfeld once decided to question Tierney about the butcher knife, and when he did, Tierney immediately started fake stabbing Seinfeld. Everyone on the set was scared, but pretended to be brave. In the end, they decided to write off Lawrence Tierney's character. Jerry's friend Michael Costanza claimed he was the inspiration behind George Costanza. Though the show's creators maintained since the very beginning that the character of George Costanza was based on Larry David, Michael Costanza, a real-life friend of Jerry, was convinced he was the inspiration behind the character. Moreover, he was also convinced the character of George played him in a bad light, and thus he sued Jerry Seinfeld for $100 million. According to Costanza, Seinfeld had violated his privacy by using his name and identity. In 2001, a New York court dismissed Costanza's appeal. 2 NBC executives were hell-bent on getting the show canceled. The Chinese restaurant episode almost had the entire show canceled. The episode was about Jerry, Elaine, and George wanting to eat a Chinese meal before going to a movie. NBC executives Rick Ludwin and Jeremiah Bosgang found the entire episode plotless. They therefore decided to talk to their seniors to not go ahead with the show. It was Larry David who convinced the two that the episode went with the larger theme of the show, and therefore they must air the episode. The Soup Nazi banned all cast members from his eatery. The Soup Nazi, who appeared in season 7 of the show, is one of the most memorable characters from the show. The character was based on Ali al-Yagana. It's believed that after watching the episode, Yagana banned Seinfeld and the entire cast of the show from his eatery. Years after Seinfeld went off the air, Yagana started another soup restaurant, and he made sure none of the Seinfeld cast members were invited there. NBC had to extend a formal apology after the Puerto Rican Day episode. The episode, The Puerto Rican Day, was criticized heavily for negatively portraying Puerto Ricans. In the episode, Jerry, George, Kramer, and Elaine go to see a Mets game and get stuck in traffic caused by Puerto Rican Day parades. The Puerto Ricans took such offense to the episode, they protested for days outside NBC's Rockefeller Center. The crowd dispersed only after NBC issued a formal apology. The show was never shown again on NBC and was also taken off the syndicated package. NBC offered to pay Seinfeld $5 million per episode if he agreed to do season 10. Though some NBC executives may have wanted to kill the show in the beginning, after season 9, Seinfeld became so popular, NBC offered to pay Seinfeld $5 million per episode to do season 10. At that time, Seinfeld was already making $1 million per episode. But he had a clear ending to the show, and he didn't want to compromise the integrity of the show by unnecessarily stretching it for money. Smart, huh? Seinfeld has become an integral part of pop culture discourse. The show about nothing made it a point to show people as they are, selfish and sometimes very unlikable. The humor was, however, always smart and on point, and the camaraderie between the lead characters was always fun to watch. However, this on-screen love did not always transform into off-screen love and friendship as well. So, did you know of these dark secrets about the cast of Seinfeld? Do you know any other secrets we're unaware of? Please share your thoughts in the comments section. Before you move on to the next Facts First Presents video, please like and subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to stay updated about our latest videos.